What's up, guys? It is Christmas. It is your favorite day of the year. We have a brand new mold from Infinite Disc to check out. This is the Artifact. This is a rounded, shallow, supposedly pretty understable putter, and we're going to put it to the test today. I've got a bunch of different putters to compare it to. It looks incredible in front of me. What you cannot see behind me is the weather is absolutely terrifying right now. We're gonna see what happens. So I brought out the inner core, I brought out some tombs, an Alpaca, the Marvel, and a Nexus to try out. We're just gonna start throwing some Frisbees while we still can before it's pouring rain, and hopefully we're wrapped up before that's done. We're gonna start off the Nexus. I have not thrown a Frisbee in a few weeks. So litmus test is not good. Closest in flight, I think, to the Artifact are going to be this D-Blend tomb in the inner core, so I am going to throw this D-Blend tomb here. This is my flippy putter. A little bit of a headwind, really should flip up. That felt a little better, not great, but that's a good flight. All right, let's just go ahead and get into it. Let's compare that directly to the Artifact. I'll go into the profile in a second, but I know you guys want to see how this thing flies, so that's what we're going to see here. Again, little headwind. Flippier for sure. Still not throwing that great. We're gonna keep trying. One more for this set. I want to throw that Artifact again for sure. We're gonna throw the inner core. I think this is also gonna be pretty similar. Gonna throw with a little hyzer into that headwind. That one is definitely more stable. Pretty neutral guy. Let's go get those and try again. All right, that was a certified not good throw by me on the first throw. I'm gonna power this down a little bit, try to hit just a smooth hyzer in the air, get a better idea what this flies like. All right, not super hard, and that is beautiful. Nice little powered down, kind of gap hitter type form, really just focus on hitting the line. Flew very straight, little finish. That was beautiful. Another disc I want to compare that to is the Marvel. They are pretty similar in shape. I'll show you that in a second, but this is much more stable. Could be a great complement to it. Gonna hit this on a similar line. Nice flat out of my hand, and this will be pretty dumpy. So I definitely threw that harder, a little flatter. You can see that hold a kind of similar line. I think that's gonna be our main comparison today. All right, so here are those two side by side compared. You've got the Artifact on the left, Marvel on the right. The Artifact really has an interesting top shape where it feels like a normal kind of deeper Alpaca AVR style putter, but it really just, that bottom part of the mold barely exists. Whereas by comparison, the Marvel, a little higher parting line, definitely a little bit more stable. Feel that bottom side of the mold more in your hand in a power grip. And then that's gonna compare to something like a Tomb pretty differently in that they're the same amount of depth. They're both shallow putters, but you can really see that the top part of the mold of the Artifact really dominates, you know, what the mold is and how it feels in your hand. Really similar. Again, the inner core pretty well shaped like a Tomb. Just that parting line is insanely low. The shape for the Artifact is super unique in that this is the majority of the mold, and then boop, little bottom piece. Definitely nice, understable, very glidey. The glide is insane on this thing. All right, as the rain starts to hit me, I'm gonna try to throw this hard on some hyzer, like hyzer flip to turn gap hitter, what I would potentially use like my D-Blend tomb for. Throw that tomb on the same line, and then the Marvel to show that contrast of how much more stable the Marvel is. And hopefully I make it back to my camera. We'll see. It's gonna hit this hard, nice hyzer release, hopefully a good release. That wind is really pushing it. Look at it kind of try to flip up, super glidey. That just went like 350. That was insane. It really, we've got a strong right to left wind from the storm blowing in, and that just kept it pushing. That was pretty wild. Should I do something similar with my D-Blend tomb? This should flip up and over. Oh my word, that wind is insane. All right, and this Marvel I'm gonna put on, well, I won't put it on Annie because then that wind will push it down, but you'll see this work much farther to the left in this wind. Threw that very hard. You can see that really just want to hold that hyzer angle, nice pushy. I'm gonna go ahead and put my phone up. We'll see what happens. All right, quick update. Things are not looking great over here in the field. What I'm gonna do is keep this as a super quick like mold overview of the Artifact. If you just wanna see what the mold looks like, initial impressions on what it flies like, I think this video does that. I'm gonna drive a little bit south out of the rain, and we are gonna play a full round with this. So that will be the next video coming, full round with just the Artifact, hopefully.